So, welcome to the Table Rant. This is actually going to be a special edition of the Table Rant, not only because Tori's not here, but because this is not going to be for a movie. This one's going to be for episode 1, season 5? Season 5 of episode 1 of Power. And I think we're going to do this every week, right after we watch the show. Tori doesn't watch Power because she's a lame. And we're going to kind of just give us our thoughts on the episode. As you can see, we take Power very seriously in this house. I am channeling my James St. Patrick vibe right now. And so
I'm
yeah.
just being black.
Yeah, oh yeah. Pure black. Nutritional facts. A lot of melanin. Anyway, so I guess we could kind of give like a little small recap of kind of what happened on the show, and then we could kind of go into our rant from there. I mean, honestly, there's not much I really want to rant about except for the fact that Tariq needs to die, but we'll get into that. So what happened on this episode, everything's going towards Raina's funeral, and they're basically trying to set everything up to catch, what's the fucking name? Dre. I'm just blanking on names right now. So yeah, they're Ghost, Kanan, and Tommy are all setting everything up, setting up the play to get Dre. Dre has now taken over basically their whole empire, and now is I would say the new Ghost for the most part. And
Well, they're calling it Ghost 2.0.
Yeah, Ghost 2.0. And so Dre now has the power. He has the juice. But there's some intricacies in there. And Angela and Tasha, they kind of have a ongoing thread in this episode of, are you going to hide the evidence for me? Because if you don't, you now implicate yourself. Then we now have a new internal affairs agent that's now investigating the death of Ray Ray, who actually killed Raina. If you haven't watched season 4 in its entirety, you probably aren't going to understand much of this review. Or if you haven't seen episode 1 of Power, you probably want to pause this because this is clearly spoilers. But for the most part, the main story we're trying to get into right now is, alright, Kanan, Ghost, Tommy, they want revenge on Dre. How they're going to get the revenge on Dre. Tasha and Angela are needing to cover their backs, which is very, 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 very reminiscent of how life goes in real life, because you got the men trying to go and do something that's headstrong, and the women over there cleaning up their mess because
Trying to be strategic.
Because yeah, y'all go over there and kill Dre to get y'all revenge, but meanwhile, punk ass,
there's already a mess. Like y'all
are making a bigger mess. Yes, y'all need to clean the mess up at hand, because your punk ass son Ghost has already set the ball in motion for.
Well, so for me, what I'm seeing is they're picking up from Tariq thinking that I'm a man and I'm going to do what a man does, because at first I was a scared little boy, and being a scared little boy is what got my sister killed. So now I'm doing what I think a man should do, but every step that he's making is causing more issues, because when he sent that text, like, first of all...
let's get to the text. Let's tell them what the text was first.
Well, before I get there. So, first of all, when he got up on the pew, there was nothing in me that felt like he really was that upset, because he took off running. He didn't go to his parents. And
what she's referring to when he's giving the eulogy at the funeral.
Because I personally have not even that space, but like when I was like at my cousin's funeral and I was like, oh my God, I don't even think I can see him. Me going the other direction, I didn't go the other direction, just go run by myself. Like, I went to someone. Like, I went to he's a kid. He didn't go to his mom. He didn't go to his dad. He didn't go to his uncles or nothing. Like, he took off running. And this whole time he's been acting like, I mean, I'm a badass. I really don't care. It doesn't matter. I took care of it. So I knew something was shaky in the first place. And then you go in the restaurant and you lock the door. You're not that upset. And then what pisses me off even more is that you use your sister's funeral to still try to act like you doing some shit. And like, to me, that wasn't cool. Like, you're supposed to be up there talking about your sister, but instead you're worried about somebody else's welfare who's been using you. And then you send this text to Dre because Tommy is talking in your dad's ear and you're listening, and now you're worried that, oh my God, they're about to go after Dre, and I've heard my dad yell that it's Dre's fault, so let me go protect Dre and tell him to run. But you did not protect your sister.
See, that's what I'm confused about. Is he knows Dre has caused the death of his sister,
but
right?
He doesn't think that.
Okay, so
he doesn't have a beef with him because he answered the phone and was like, "Oh, I can't talk right now." He does not have a beef.
Yeah, that's what I was confused with, like,
because he was like, "Well, Dre kept telling me to stay away from Kanan, but I still dealt with him anyways." So he doesn't have a beef with Dre as he should.
So I have a small theory that maybe he's trying to keep Dre alive so he can be the one that kills Dre.
I disagree.
I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to see.
I think it's just that typical teenager, like we all go through it. Like you become a teen.
I didn't.
And
not like that.
Well, let me say, and then we'll go from there because I'm 26 and still fearful of my mother as we speak.
As am I.
But I'm saying that we all go through the stage where it's like we really don't want to hear what our parents have to say because we feel like, oh, you don't understand or you haven't been through this and times were different when you were a teen and I want to just hang out with my friends. And I feel like we all go through that stage where we're getting to the point where we slowly but surely, especially people when they turn 18, for some reason the law says you're an adult, so you're like, I'm grown, I can do what I want, but you literally like barely got a part-time job.
Right.
But I think that's kind of what we're seeing with Tariq is like, well, I've pulled the trigger on somebody, and I'm a teenager, so I'm an adult, almost.
Like 14, 15, somewhere in there?
I don't know, but I think, anybody thinks I pulled the trigger, so I'm a man. But there's plenty of 10-year-olds who shoot guns to go hunting, and they're not men. So
he's definitely pulling a Bishop from Juice. That might be a dated reference, but he's definitely pulling a Bishop from Juice right now.
So I really think that's kind of where he's at, and I don't think that he has an issue with Dre because all he's thinking about is that he told me to stay away from Kanan, but I kept dealing with him. But he also was setting him up in the first place. He might have retracted a little bit, but he doesn't know what Dre is doing all behind the scenes. Also, I have a problem with the fact that they keep on calling him Ghost. So I'm waiting to find out why she has placed so much emphasis on calling him Ghost.
She as in Tasha.
She keeps calling him Ghost so much, and it's one of those things that's like in a relationship when you're like, babe, hey, babe, can you do this, babe. Like, I know we're together. You don't have to keep saying babe every 0.3 seconds. So I have a thing. I'm trying to figure out why is she calling him Ghost so much. Like, what are we getting at?
Well, I think because she doesn't see him as James anymore. She only sees him as Ghost because James is the husband, the father, the person that she loves. Ghost is the person that runs the streets. She doesn't fuck with James anymore because she done cheated on him. I mean, he done cheated on her. It's basically his fault
and that
Tariq is fucked up and that Raina is dead. Like, so
I get that, like the idea of saying that, like you're not James anymore, like you're a piece of shit. But my thing is that it's being said so much. Like they're like really honing it in. Like, I hope you know this. We are not calling him James. Did you hear that? Did you hear that again? Let me say it again in the next 5 seconds.
So basically, I think what you're overall saying, like, I hope it has a payoff. Like, I'm gonna see them.
Like,
what
is this gonna come?
Yeah, and hopefully it's not just she's just saying Ghost just to say Ghost, and then we find out, oh, it was just.
And then especially in front of their son, like it to me, it's almost like she's giving Tariq the okay that yes, you are man, because we're letting you in on a part of our lives that you should have never known about.
Right. I agree. I think based off of the trailer, we've seen the trailer, I think Tariq is not going to completely fall off of the family because he does ask Ghost to teach him everything he knows. So I think Tariq is going to...
From where? From the trailer?
Yeah, from the trailer. Okay. I think that Tariq is going to get deeper and deeper into the business, and I think that part of him getting into that is going to be from his first step of taking care of Dre. I really think Tariq is going to be the person that's going to pull the trigger on Dre.
I just find it amazing that James was trying to get out of this life.
Yes.
And not only is he coming back full circle, but his son is now getting roped into it too.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, perfect example. If anybody has watched Sons of Anarchy, you see that it went from Jax's father to Jax, and now they said Jax's son is going to be part of the son. So it's just like that type of you always end up being what your father is.
Yeah, but Jax wasn't trying to get out of it.
Yes, at the end he was. No, matter of fact, throughout the whole show, I mean, this is Sons of Anarchy talk, but Jax was, remember when they got out of prison, and he was like, all I want to do is get Tara and the boys out, and we want to go up north. And then Tara broke her hand, and then that's when he became president. Remember?
I feel like you weren't putting in real steps to get out. If you wanted to get out, you would have. You went up. Like James didn't go up. Like he just came right back to where he was. Like James actually got himself away from the situation, which is why Tommy decided that he was going to be the guy that takes over. Yeah. And that's another thing. What I do like is the consistencies in the characters. Like we're 5 seasons in now, or starting season 5, and Tommy is still sloppy as all get out.
Oh god!
Like he's not to say that I like that about him as a character, but I like that it's consistent. Like I feel like
he's too headstrong.
No, I feel like I know the characters.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I'm not like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
When did this happen? Like Tommy is still sloppy.
Yeah.
He's still making wild decisions.
Yeah.
And Tommy definitely just messed himself over because they told you not to mess with those guys.
Yeah.
You come in thinking, well, this guy's my dad, and so
I can do what
I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I'm supposed to have the respect,
and I'm gonna handle stuff how I want to.
Yeah.
And then not only did you mess up, but you got those guys shot.
You got those 2 kills. We got 1 killed for sure. The other one, that's another storyline we get into. Tommy has we found out in season 4 that his father is in the mob, or was a hitman for the mob, I think. Mm-hmm. And so the mob now owes, or they keep saying Italians, and so I guess it's racist for me to assume they're in the mob, assume that they're the mob, but they keep saying the Italians and the Italians. So Tommy goes to them and says,
"I need the Italians."
The Italians.
Like it's italics.
Tommy goes to them because he needs people in order to take care of Dre, because Dre is now, the cartel's #1 guy, so he has their full protection. And now Tommy's looking to get more people. Tommy goes to...
And he's thinking it's smart because these people are not black,
yeah.
So it's no affiliation.
Yeah, you won't be expecting it. Yeah. So they go to the Italians. He tells them he's gonna need people. They agree to not only help him out, but to take his product and sell 75%, I think he said, of his product. So that's a good deal. Like, don't fuck this up. Like 75% of your product, that's a lot of work. Like, and they're willing to take it. And they were gonna more than likely give some guys for when the plan is set up. But Tommy decides,
let me jump the gun and do what I want to do myself, as usual.
His handler, I can't think of his handler's name right now, but he mentions that these 2 guys that are hanging out where at the bar that Tommy was at they're 2 of the best hitmen we got. So Tommy goes on his own and tells them for $60K, you can, if you take out this guy, I won't, we can do this off books. They agree to $80K. So they go and do it. And this ties into...
They go to attempt to do it. But before we even get there, the point is that the man saw him say, I'll be in touch with you guys.
Yeah.
After he told Tommy not to talk to him.
Yeah.
So that still goes to say Tommy is sloppy and he jumped the gun.
Yes, he did. I mean, he jumped the gun, but rightfully so when you think about it, because, obviously, not rightfully so because of the way he did it, but the fact that Dre was able to escape into the parking garage, that was a smart idea to have somebody out there already waiting for him. So I guess it worked out.
Yeah, but emphasis on somebody. He told him not to mess with his guys.
Yeah, well, right. I'm just saying.
Now you're starting a crazy war now because you're dealing with people. Because now you have the
Italians and the Mexicans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And y'all already had your own war up internally.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, of your entire empire that you had, the only people that are left now is Ghost and Tommy, and then I guess Kanan, who we never know what Kanan's gonna do.
Right.
We don't know his motive.
But we also never know what 50 Cent's gonna do in real life either.
Also true. But we do. Well, actually, we do know that Kanan does not want to kill Ghost. We seen that last season where he had an opportunity to kill Ghost, and he couldn't bring himself to do it. So I think he knows. Like, you know what, Ghost. I think he sees Ghost as maybe a little brother or son. Or something.
I feel like only time will tell. But I will say this, that I liked all 4 seasons prior to this.
Yeah.
This episode is definitely good. I'm one of those people that I can not like a character to the point that I really don't like that person in real life and have never met them ever.
That's how I feel about Tariq.
So yeah, Tariq, I just feel like my God.
But everything he's in, I hate him.
He's like
I
the
fucking
Black
hate
Tommy.
you.
Like y'all just wildly just mess up. You're just a loose cannon.
Yeah.
You're not calculated at all. And
Yeah.
I'm a very calculated, meticulous person. So I feel like get your stuff together. But I will say the season started off great. Definitely glad I have the Stars situation to watch it prior to the actual airing of the show.
Yeah.
Because we definitely watched it at 8 this morning.
Yes, definitely.
So
I feel like is there any other storyline points we needed to hit? Big ones at least. I mean, Tasha and the lawyer. I don't
think I want to hit too much more because then it defeats. I want people to just go watch it.
Yeah, right. One thing I do want to rant about. Not only because I feel like we mentioned it, but yes, Tariq texts Dre and tells Dre to run after Kanan has already put people in motion to take care of Dre. But Dre comes at the end of the episode
like the boss of all bosses, but mad disrespectful.
Oh my God!
Don't show up to my daughter's gravesite.
Yes. He shows up. Ghost is chilling at the gravesite where they just buried Raina. The dirt is still fresh, and Dre comes up behind Ghost and hands him how do you say it? La Aranya.
He hands him a card.
But it says it's basically the death card that they let you know that, like, you know, you're marked for death. Tommy got one, Kanan got one, and Dre passed one on to Ghost. Which
not only did Dre give one to Ghost, he made it very clear that it's gonna be all of y'all, like your family.
But I think I think they should call his bluff on it because. If you remember in the episode, Dre makes a mention. He says, do not tell the cartel. He says, do not tell them. So I think he hasn't told them that. They just got the cards to spook them.
I almost feel like I kind of have to go back and watch the other season because I don't really remember the type of relationship that he made with the cartel. Like, I don't feel like it was something that was just so tight that they were just trusting him
But still, back to the cards. If you remember, they didn't give you the card before they killed you. They killed you, and then they placed the card on your dead body. So
Ghost has had a card in his drawer before. He has had a card given to him at the club.
I don't remember that.
He had a card given to him at the club that he kept in the side drawer. And it had a red dot on it though. It wasn't just the card, it had the red dot on it.
I don't remember. I have to go back and take a look. But I think Dre is putting on a poker face right now. Because he does make a mention. He says, don't tell the cartel about this because they're I think she's old school or something like that, I think he says. He said it in passing, but I really don't think he actually has told the cartel. For one, would you tell the cartel? Because now you're not handling your business.
He wouldn't have done what he did the first time and had that shootout trying to do things on his own. He wouldn't have been like, okay, well now let me just go get them because I can't do it myself. Because now he doesn't look like a boss at that point.
Well, he did do it.
So maybe he's bluffing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because if you really think about it, if you go and tell the cartel, and this is back to season 4, Ghost and them aren't going to be a problem. Now, the very next day, you're saying, Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan now just rolled up on me. They're going to be a problem. Not only does that make you look weak, it looks like you can't handle your business. It looks like, why do you need us to do what you need to do? Now we might need to think about somebody else. I think he might be playing them right now.
Well, I did think it was funny, though, that Kanan was like, well, let me do it. Because, like, they don't even know I'm alive. They're not expecting it.
Yeah.
And then the very next scene, it was like, they clearly
Kanan, exactly. So you see where the theory's going here. Only person that know who Kanan is Dre. Nobody else knows who. I mean, of course, Ghost and Tommy. But on the other side, the only person that knows who Kanan is Dre. So it is what it is.
Is that so? Because he had a conversation with the Hispanic dude, and he was like, and he said the guys that I had went to go put the hit out on Kanan did not come back.
Oh yeah, that dude knows too. Yeah, that dude knows. But as far as like the big picture goes, I don't think he knows. But that was a table rant. We didn't really rant too much as we wanted to, but I think we want to just really hone on the fact that I really want to hone in on the fact that we both think that Tariq has to go, Dre has to go.
No, we do not agree on that.
What, Dre?
I do not think that Tariq has to go.
He has to go.
I think that him and Tommy need to tighten up.
Okay.
But I think that Tariq needs to fall back. I think he's still a little boy.
I think he needs to go. But we're going to find out next episode. Check us out here next week. I've been Chris. This has been Mia.